Afternoon, guys. So last night, I should say yesterday, I didn't get to do the spell from January's witch Casket, which was all about protection. Really amazing box. I really enjoyed it. So today I thought that we would do that today just so you guys could see the spells and the rituals kind of like in progress. Sorry guys, my hair is being a little crazy today. So I decided to do a little bit of makeup today. And the same time, I thought I would cleanse my crystal before I add it to my the rest of my collection. So if you watch my videos from last night, I did 2 videos. They are both uploaded now. They were kind of long, but I didn't really know how to shorten the video, because there's so much information, and I kind of I don't like to do things quickly, or like rush things. I like to be more like in depth so that I can make sure that whoever is watching the video, because I don't know who's watching the video, I don't know how many of you are practicing witches, how many of you have even done a spell. Like, for all I know, that could have been your first time doing a spell. Do you know what I mean? So I want to make sure that it's as informative as possible, to my knowledge, and for like what I know. And because I mean, we're all learning. I've only been practicing for just a little over a year now. So yeah, like I still consider myself a novice. Like I said in my previous videos, I'm still learning. I'm still learning tarot. I'm still, learning different types of divination, from tarot to pendulum to runes. I eventually want to get into palmistry, and I want to do reading of the tea leaves. I want to learn all of it. It all interests me a lot, as does astrology. Just a little bit kind of off topic. My 2 books came in today. As I said in my previous video, for yesterday, I was very busy yesterday. I had a Zoom class, 101 for astrology, with a friend of mine that I used to work with a few years back, who now lives in Paris. She's very, very, very in-depth when it comes to astrology. So I asked her what astrology books she would recommend. And so she wrote down 2. It's the first time I actually got a book from Amazon that was a little bit damaged. I've ordered books from Amazon multiple times for myself, for my 2 older daughters who are practicing witches as well, and I've never had an issue. I obviously do read the reviews, and I do see that other people have had issues with books coming in damaged, but honestly, this was the first time that it ever came in damaged, and I wasn't too happy. But so I don't know if you can see right here, it's like it was caught inside the lip of the box, and it just like folded and kind of created a crease here. So this was one book that she had recommended for me. I haven't read them yet. I just kind of skimmed through them. And like, from what I see, lots and lots of information. This is by Howard Sasportas. Forward by Liz Green. I know I'm butchering the name, so I'm just going to show you guys. very, just from skimming through it, like a whole lot of information. It breaks down all 12 of the houses, um, you know, your descending, moon, like everything. And then this was the other book that she had recommended. Sorry, this one is called the 12 Houses, Exploring the Houses of the Horoscope. So that's what that one was called. And this one is 21st Century Edition. Over 700,000 copies sold. The only astrology book you'll ever need, by Joanna Martine Woolfolk. That's her name right there. Sorry, guys. And this one I skimmed through a little more than the other one. And it gives you the whole write-up of what your ascending is, which is your rising. So if you're, like, my ascending is in Cancer, so I was reading it, and then my moon is in Gemini, so I was reading the whole thing. It's kind of neat because it gives you a little kind of blurb here, right here. It's famous people with the moon in Gemini, and it gives you like a list of people in here with their moon in Gemini. And this one actually, it helps you just kind of from what I skimmed across. It helps you understand the houses, but also how to kind of read your chart, like your birth chart, which, like, you would need to know, obviously, your date of birth, where you were born, and the time that you were born. If you don't know the time that you're born, you can't really do a birth chart, like an accurate birth chart. So yeah, it's really important to have the time that you were born. So which, I mean, everybody knows their sun sign, like I'm a Capricorn. So, but they're both, I didn't look too much into this one yet. I'm probably gonna skim through that one a little later today. I just wanted to come up and kind of, start on the video, but I just wanted to show you those two books. And then when I was talking about the runes, this is a book that I'm currently reading for the runes. It's just a beginner's guide to runes, divination, and magic with the Elder Full Hork runes. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. I apologize if I'm not. It's not a hard read. Like, it's not hard to understand or anything like that. So I quite like the book. It's really, really good beginner book. Like if you've never done runes, never, been around them or exposed to them, like anything like that. It's a good book to start there. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'll fight with the other two books after. All right, so if you watched my video yesterday when I was doing the 2 spells for someone special to me, they were both for good health and protection. Obviously, you want protection in your spells regardless. For me anyways, that's how I like to do it. So you always want to cast your circle. You always want to call in your quarters. So I've already done that. I try to do that before I do the video. It's just easier. And again, I don't have a lot of space to work with. So, like, I don't have all of my actual chime candles representing each quarter. I don't have those lit. I have one candle here representing all 5 quarters, which is east, which is air, south, which is fire, west, which is water, north, which is earth, and then center, which is spirit. I always ask for my spirit guides, my ancestors, and my spirit animals to join me and work with me and work through me as I perform, you know, my witch work that I'm doing at hand. The deity that I called in today, I called in the goddess Hecate, as this is a protection spell. Hecate is she's the protector of all witches. So I work with her quite frequently. So I have a few that I work with quite frequently. Yesterday we worked with her as well as Brigid. Just as, you know, we're working for good health and stuff like that, which Brigid brings that in. So, but today we're just working with Hecate because we're just doing a protection spell. So this is, this was in the Witch Casket January box, which was all about protection. And we want to smudge and cleanse our space. So this is a Palo Santo stick. So if you see it's not really lighting, this is all I do. Grab my little cauldron here. I just kind of scrape off what has been burnt. I save this like this just so I can kind of show you. I've seen people be like, oh my God, like it's not lighting, it's done, and they'll light the other side and then they'll, you know, throw it out. You don't need to do that, guys. I just scrape off what's burnt in my cauldron here. You know, I mean, you can do it in your garbage too. I mean, it makes all difference. I don't have a garbage in my room, so I mean, it's ashes. I have ashes in here to begin with. So, and I'm just kind of trimming the end here. That's, you know, soft and kind of really burnt. So I'm gonna smoke cleanse. You can also, with crystals, you can cleanse with water. You just need to know your crystals before you do that, as there are some crystals that cannot go into water because they will dissolve, like selenite for one. Bumblebee jasper is another one. A lot of people, it's a beautiful, beautiful crystal. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I have a piece of bumblebee jasper. You have to be careful with bumblebee jasper, not to handle it very often. Definitely do not put it in water where you're going to consume it or you're going to be touching it after, as bumblebee jasper is arsenic. So you'll poison yourself. So just be very careful with bumblebee jasper. Don't handle it too much. A very good friend of mine, one of my cohort sisters, her and her husband actually, well, that's what they specialize in, is, you know, I know her is like environmental stuff and things like that, and energies and energy and stuff like that. Um, her husband actually has a crystal business. So he's very, very intelligent when it comes to the knowledge of crystals, the hardness of the, like everything. So when I had got gifted quite a few crystals from a friend of mine, um, I mean, not all of them came with names, and I was like, oh my God, like I don't know what a lot of these crystals are. And so I had tried to send pictures of all of the crystals to her and her husband, so they can kind of go through them. So they actually helped me out quite a bit, a lot. And that was the first thing he told her. He's like, oh my God, that's Bumblebee Jasper. You need to tell her not to handle it a lot. Do not let it come in contact with water and then touch it. Do not put it in water to drink, because you can put certain crystals in water and make it an elixir. I do it with my moon water. So I will have a moon water where it's one that I can drink. And I'll put like either a clear quartz or amethyst, rose quartz, and there's a few other ones that you can do that with. And the energies and the properties of those crystals, it goes into the water and it makes an elixir. So a lot of people actually do this. So he was like, if she's one that does that, tell her please do not put that in water and drink it, because it releases arsenic. So be very careful, you know, if you're using water for cleansing your crystals. Not all crystals can go in water. Another way you can cleanse them is with selenite. Selenite naturally cleanses your area, your room. It will, if you have it beside your crystals, it will naturally continuously cleanse your crystals, and it'll charge them as well. So this is a beautiful selenite athame that I had received in my witch's moon. I believe it was for January. I believe it was our January box that we got this. So I will put like my necklaces that I normally wear, I will kind of rest them on them, you know, after wearing them for a few days. Like this has a moonstone in it. So I'll have them kind of rested on them for a bit. I have some bracelets that I wear to work. I'll rest them on there, every few days, just to, recharge them. So I mean, you can take your crystal and you can literally just put it on your selenite plate, or, beside your selenite. I have a few pieces of selenite here. That's another way you can cleanse your crystal. And what I'm showing you today is smoke cleanse. So you can use Palo Santo, you can use sage. I have a lavender bundle here that I had used yesterday. You can use that. You can use incense. It's smoke cleanse is what we're doing, right? So just because of the crystal sitting in another environment, and then obviously traveling across the pond, because this subscription that I get is from the UK. So I mean, it goes through a bunch of different hands, different countries, it travels. So it's going to pick up energies, right? Whether they're good energies or bad energies. So we just want to run it through. So we just run it through the smoke, and then we're set. And this was the crystal from the Witch's Casket's January box, which was all about protection. This is a black agate crystal. It's a palm stone. It's very nice. I love it. Palm stones are really good. You can get quite a few different, you know, crystals and palm stones. Each one has its own specific, you know, magical properties. I just want to cleanse myself. I did cleanse myself earlier before I started the video, but I just wanted to show you guys that I'm doing it again. Make sure you cleanse all your magical tools that you're going to be working with, which I already have. So yeah, palm stones are really good. Meditation, stress, you know, if you suffer from anxiety, you know, having an amethyst that's shaped into, you know, a palm stone or even a worry stone. The worry stones are really good because they kind of have like a little divot. I think I have, yes, I do, right here. I have one here. So this is a worry stone. This is moonstone. It's got like a little divot here, which is perfect for your thumb. So what you would do, you'd have one like that would be amethyst, and when you're feeling stressed or you know you feel your anxiety coming in, panic attack, you would just, you know, go in your pocket and you just kind of rub, you know, the stone, and it'll eventually help settle that anxiety, that, you know, anxiousness and, you know, feelings of being overwhelmed and stuff. It'll gradually start dissipating, you know, as you rub this stone. Palm stones are good too. I like palm stones for meditation. I'll hold on to them while I'm meditating. Alrighty, so now that we've cleansed that, I have a nice cute little bag again. Let's get into the spell. So Witch Casket, there's always a spell or a ritual every month that they do. They come in these cute little bags. Everything with them is biodegradable, which I love. They give you the instructions. I don't throw these out. I keep them because they have beautiful artwork on the back of them. And they also give you everything you need for your spell. I think the only things that I've ever had to add to any of the spells is water, which we will be adding to this one. So it'll say protection pendant spell. That's what we're doing today. You will need black spell candle, clear quartz, crystal cage, and then the cord, which we have all that in here, and then a bowl of clean drinking water, which I have here. I just kind of filled up my water bottle here. So I will get to that in here. Alrighty. And so it gives you the instructions, and then it gives you the chant, like the incantation that you're gonna do for it. So I'm gonna use this little candle here. So it's funny because I'm actually working on my altar cloth that came with my witch's casket. If you guys can see, there we go. See, this is the altar cloth that we got with last month's, I'm sorry, not last month, month before's, January's witch casket. I'm still waiting for February's. I'm excited. Just from past unboxings that I've seen, their February caskets are like, they're like big, big caskets. So I'm excited to see what's in them. Alrighty. So we have our clear quartz. And we have our cord, which is adjustable, depending, so you can adjust it how long, how short you want it. And that's the cage. Alrighty, I'm just gonna take a sip of my coffee. I know I say this all the time in all my videos. I apologize for the noise. I have a house full. I have 7 people in the house, so I have my son in the bedroom playing right now. So if you hear like car noise and like action fighting, that's my son. Alrighty, so we have our bowl of clean drinking water. We have our cord and our crystal cage. We have our crystal here. I'm just gonna put it on my selenite wand here. Okay, so light the banishing black candle with the intent that it will clear all negativity from your magical space. So for me, what I actually, you know what, I'm gonna use this one. So this is another piece of selenite that I have. It's a rough piece. I'm actually gonna put it there and rest it there. So you want to visualize that, you know, the candle is going to take out all the negative energies in your room, around in your space, around your magical items. So you want to take a few minutes and just kind of sit with, you know, the candle. You know, you can close your eyes, you can have your eyes open, and, you know, you can kind of meditate and focus on the candle itself. You know, whatever feels right to you, that's what you do. So we do that first. So let's light the candle. I like to take 3 deep breaths. As you breathe in, hold the breath for a few seconds and then release it very slowly until like all the air is out of you, and then breathe in again and do it 3 times. I find you do that 3 times, it helps center you, make you present and ground you. Do you know what I mean? All right, so our next step is place a clear quartz into the bowl of water. So that I've had this sitting on my piece of selenite. You don't have to do that. I just, I like to. It cleanses the crystal as well as charges it. And then it's going to get charged again in my water here. And then it has a little incantation here. I like to use my wand when I'm saying incantations. You don't have to. I have a wand. It was gifted to me for Yule. My beautiful daughter, Mikilia, got this for me for Yule this year. And I use it every time I'm calling in my quarters, every time that I'm calling in whatever DT I'm working with, my spell work, I use my wand. When I'm casting my circle, I use my athame to do my protection symbols around me as I cast the circle. You don't have to, you know, it's not a big deal. This is just me. So, evil which has come to me, turn back from thy course. I reflect your energy and return thee to thy source. Evil which has come to me, turn back from thy course. I reflect your energy and return thee to thy source. Evil which has come to me, turn back from thy source. I reflect your energy and return thee to thy source. So mote it be, blessed be. So then it talks about, I say it 3 times. Any incantation, anything like that, I like to say it 3 times. That's just my preference. I find it just, it pushes it out there in the universe, and it just gives it that much more power, that much more fire. So for me, I repeat it three times. So now it says, charge the crystal by visualizing the quartz absorbing the reflective power of the water. Do this for as long as it takes for the crystal to feel sufficiently empowered. Remove the crystal and drink the crystal infused water. Imagine the crystal now, so reflective in its quality that it surrounds you in a huge reflective and protective bubble. Add the quartz crystal to the crystal cage and wear as a protective pendant using the cord provided, and then recharge as necessary. So you can recharge it. You can recharge it in the water again and kind of repeat, the same thing. You can recharge it by placing it on your selenite wand. You can recharge it in the full moon. So now we're just going to visualize that this crystal has absorbed the power and the reflection of this water to reflect any negative energies. it instructs you to drink the water. Alrighty. So now that we drank the crystal infused water, we are going to put it. So basically you just kind of have to pull the cage apart and pop the crystal in. And you're now ready. So there's your clear quartz that has now been empowered, and it has embodied the reflection and the reflectiveness of the water. So any negative energy that may be around you or surrounding you, or even sent to you, it's going to reflect that. It's going to deflect it, and it's going to keep you safe, keep you protected, and send back that energy, that negative energy, back to where it belongs, back to whoever sent it to you or whatever. And then you just want to put it on. And there you go. So that was the protection pendant spell from the witch's casket. Their January 2021, 2021 box. And yeah, so I did pull a scroll out. Let me see what was in here. Only because we were talking about, we were performing protection ritual, so I just thought I would pull this out again. So this is their scroll. You get a scroll every month with them. And it usually it has, very good information on it for you. So this one obviously is talking about magical protection aids. There you go, guys. So it's always written on a nice parchment. So magical protection aids. There are a lot of ways to protect ourselves, both in our magical workings and our everyday life. Here is a selection of our top protection picks. It is good practice to set your intention as you work with any of these. So you always want to set your intention with, whatever spell that you're doing. Because other than that, it's not going to work. If you're doing a money spell, let's say, where you want to bring in money and abundance of money and just like a steady flow of money, but yet as you're doing the spell, you're not really putting your intention into it. You're thinking about other things or whatever. You just wasted your time. Like, it's not going to work. It's not, do you know what I mean? Like, you have to put your intention into it, like, you can't be like, yeah, I'm gonna, reorganize my room. Okay, you said it, but there was no intention in behind you saying it. you know, so it doesn't, nothing happens, it doesn't get done, or, you know, it doesn't work. You know, you have to set the intention behind your spell and what you're working with, you know. So always, always, always go into a spell with a clear mind, and just that in your mind of what you're focusing on, you know. So when you're doing your spell, make sure you're focusing on your intent for that spell. You know, we did the good health spell jar yesterday, as well as a good health anointed and dressed candle yesterday as well. And I put my full intention in both of those because it was, that's what I was focused on doing. But at the same time as me doing it, I also wanted to make sure I was teaching you guys as well, you know, like showing you guys how I do it, you know. You have to set and carve out that time to do your spell, you know, especially if it's like something very serious. You know, you want to set that time aside. It doesn't matter if it takes an hour, it doesn't matter if it takes 2 hours. You want to make sure you carve out that time to do that spell work, you know. Alrighty, so crystals, used in charm bags, spell jars, etc., which we had did yesterday. Carry them with you or set them around your space for protection. So amethyst, black tourmaline, black obsidian, hematite, red jasper, labradorite, malachite, selenite, smoky quartz, turquoise. And then they have some herbs here as well. For use in elixirs, brews, potions, ritual baths, charm bags, spell jars, etc., which we did do yesterday. I'll do a charm bag with you guys as well at some point. I have done one before. This was a previous witch casket one. It was for creativity, I believe it was. So herbs here, they have basil, bay, cinnamon, cornflower, dragon's blood, heather, mandrake. Be careful of mandrake, it's poisonous. I'm pretty sure I had said that when I did the unboxing for this. Nettle, rosemary, thistle, and violet. Candles can be used during spell work, rituals, and meditation, which we're using a black candle here as we performed the spell and the ritual, because black is for protection. So we visualized that the candle was removing all the negativity and all the negative energies in your space, as well as, you know, your items that you're using. So black, all around protection from negativity, bad energies, hexes, etc. White, to cleanse and purify. The pentacle, for general protection, wear as jewelry, display around your magical space, use in rituals, etc. The pentacle has long been used by witches as a symbol of protection. The points of the pentacle representing the 5 elements, like I said before, which is earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. The 5 things essential to sustain life. The circle surrounding them contains and protects, and also connects the 5 points, indicating that earth, air, fire, and spirit, earth, air, fire, water, and spirit are all connected. Sorry, there's a typo in here, that's why. I remembered from when I read it the last time. Black salt absorbs negative vibes and bad energies. This can be sprinkled around the outside perimeter. Oh, I can't speak today. What is wrong with me? Of your home. Used to cast a protective circle during rituals. Best used outdoors so this doesn't damage your flooring. Carried with you in a vial and used in spells and rituals. If you do use black salt outside, just make sure you're not near like grass, you know what I mean, and things like that, because it is harmful to the grass. It's harmful to your flowers. So just be conscious of where you are using the black salt. You can also put a bowl of black salt or even a bowl of salt in your room, and it will absorb the negative energy. Again, use caution if you have animals, cats especially. Cats like salty things, so they'll lick it and continuously keep doing it, and it'll end up killing them. You can put it on your windowsill. I did it with my son's room. I had put some on the outside of his windowsill. I have two cats. I have two dogs. So obviously I want to make sure my fur babies are safe. So you can put it on the outside of the windowsill. Just sprinkle it across there. You know, you can do it your doorway as well. You can put a line of salt in your doorway for like your outside door. So anybody that is coming over to visit you, which I mean, I don't think anybody's going over to visit anybody right now with this whole COVID thing, but when all this stuff is eventually done and gone with, and you know, we can get back to our regular lives, and you have guests coming over, that you put that salt there, it detaches their negative energy and it leaves it outside. So once they step into your door and through that door frame, that line of salt is there. That's what it does. You know, it'll protect from them bringing in any kind of negative energy from the outside into your home. There's also chalk. It's a red chalk. It's like a red brick chalk. That's another one that you can use. You can buy that. Same idea. You would just draw your line in front of your front door. And if you have a back door, in front of your back door. You can even try and do it along your window, you know, like outside. There's a bunch of different things. There's herbs that you can hang in your front door, like by your front door. So it puts like a protective shield. So anybody that walks through that protective shield, automatically that negative energy gets detached and it's left outside where it needs to stay. Yeah, there's a bunch of different ways to protect yourself and your home from negative energy. So I think that's it for today. So this was one spell from Witch Casket from their January 2021 box, which was their box on protection. So we did their protection pendant ritual spell, and we'll see what I have a few other spells from previous boxes that I haven't done yet. I'm excited to see what February's spell is. I'm sure it's probably gonna have something to do with love, just because it's February, you know, Valentine's Day, self-love. So I'm sure it's probably going to be something pertaining to that. So I'm excited to do that with you guys. And yeah, any other spells that I do, if I can and I have the time, I will try and do it, you know, where I can do the video and I can show you guys how I do it. And as I dive more into these astrology books and the rune books and everything else, like I said, as I learn, I will let you guys know and talk to you guys and tell you guys what I've learned so far. And if you guys know anything on the subjects as well, by all means, feel free, leave a comment down below. Again, like I said, guys, only positive comments. It's my channel is just all about bringing in positivity and love and light and magic, and giving positive and positivity and love, light and magic as well out. My son frequents my channel quite often, so, and I mean, obviously he follows me on YouTube, so he can see the comments, and that's not something I want him to be seeing, is, you know, somebody being negative. So no negative Sallys here, okay guys? And I will see you guys soon. Don't forget, if you like this video, hit the like button. You want to be part of this little witchy community of mine, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, so that way every time I upload a new video, you guys will be notified about it. All right, guys? Thank you very much. The other 2 videos from yesterday, they are now on my page, on my channel. They took a while to upload. My internet was kind of going in and out here, I guess with the weather and stuff. So they are both uploaded now. One is the spell work that we did with the for good health, spell jar, good health, anointed and dressed candle. The other video that I did was I showed all the tarot cards and the oracle cards that I have in my collection for right now, and kind of talked a little bit about them, showed them a little bit, my experiences kind of working with them a bit, which deck I'm working with now, which oracle deck I'm working with now, and then just a little bit kind of like a tarot 101 on the minor arcanas. You know, just a little bit about the suits and, you know, their elements, what they represent, and, you know, stuff like that. So those are both up and available for you guys to watch. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification buttons on them as well. And until next time, guys, be safe, blessed be.